A dad is capturing moments with his son when something pretty terrifying happens on camera.
¿Qué carajo? Mames. Quédate, hijo, quédate. No mames. Amor. No me lo vas a creer.
At first, it's easy to assume that anyone could be touching the door. But when he checks who's there, no one can be seen. This was far from the first strange event their family experienced inside that house though. Hearing unexpected noises echo throughout the rooms, seeing creepy shadows near the door, and dealing with sleepless nights became the norm for them. But when his son starts telling him that he is seeing stuff that no one else can see, things take a turn for the worse.
No, esto sí, no. No, madre. Esta puerta está cerrada. Hey Google, ¿qué hora es?
Son las 3:10 de la mañana.
Nada, amor, nada.
Some people think this was a real person standing outside, but look at the layout of the front porch. There was nowhere to hide in there. The other door was locked, so what on earth could it have been? The fact it happened at 10 past 3 AM just makes it even scarier. But what do you think? Really haunted or really fake? Let us know. Warehouse work can be dangerous at the best of times, with all the heavy loads you have to carry and the machinery you have to watch out for during your shift. But one thing you don't normally expect to encounter is an unseen force dragging you down the aisles with the force of 10 men, which is what happened here. Take a look. Putting everything else aside for a moment, things could have gone seriously wrong for that poor man if only those boxes full of beer cans had fallen on his head or spine. Sure, you might argue that there could have been someone else hiding on the other side of the shelving unit to push everything off, but how did he get dragged such a long distance at such a speed? It's not like we're watching a Hollywood movie set, it's a warehouse CCTV security system. Plus, we can't see from both angles, and there doesn't seem to be anyone in sight who can pull a string. But even if it was a string, imagine the pain of being dragged with a thin wire against your skin like that.
Get ready to have your reality flipped upside down. The footage you're about to watch has left even the most skeptical minds scratching their heads for answers. It's borderline unimaginable. Take a look. As Hyanahe from The Boys dazzled the crowd with his performance, eagle-eyed fans couldn't help but notice a mysterious hand resting on his shoulders, only to vanish into thin air moments later. With none of his members anywhere near him at the time, whose hand was that? Was it a glitch in the Matrix? A sneaky muggle who stole the invisibility cloak from Hogwarts?
That's an invisibility cloak!
Or perhaps an extraterrestrial fan trying to get up close and personal with their favourite star? We'll let you be the judge of this one.
TikToker Elostan Conmino had lost his father 67 months before this next video, and according to him, they didn't see each other for a couple of years before his death. Filled with grief and regret, he visited his dad's grave, but ever since that day, he claims to have started experiencing some strange occurrences in the house, which led him to try and capture the activities on camera. However, what he captured one day left him terrified of living there. Take a look.
No puede ser.
Ya me
Es
la
mi
puse.
primer día de vuelta. Estoy hecha un bodrio. Es cierto. Es la verdad.
Esos cabrones se están moviendo solos.
Escuché lo que pasó, pues lo lamento mucho. Si fueras mi hija, te diría que lo usaras.
This is a very interesting one, because while this could be paranormal activity caught on camera, it could also be something else. You see, when the activity stopped, he panned the camera around for seemingly no reason, but by doing so, the camera shows a pure dark spot, which is the perfect place to hide a cheeky jump cut and remove whatever motors or strings pulled the door, just before showing us there's nothing there. But still, we can't prove whether it's paranormal or not yet, so let's keep digging through that channel.
Estoy sintiendo pasos, estoy sintiendo ruido. Y bueno, yo espero que esta noche sea muy tranquila. ¿Qué fue eso? Dios mío, ¿qué fue eso? Me arrebataron la cobija. Ay, Dios mío. Me arrebataron la cobija. No sé si salir porque estoy asustado.
After waking up to some disturbance in the hallway, his blanket is pulled to the ground. With a racing heart, he musters the courage to investigate further, but of course found nothing. It's easy to assume someone could have attached a string to the blanket from outside the room, because his slow response time kind of leaves a lot to the imagination. Whoever did it had enough time to hide or even exit his apartment after all. But to give him the benefit of the doubt, his home did look empty, and he showed every part of his house to prove he was alone. We couldn't just assume his entire story was made up, so we did a bit more digging and found this video.
Otra vez se escuchan golpes en la sala. Son las 3:25. Se escuchan golpes en la sala, se escuchan cosas. No he podido dormir. Van a ser casi las 4 de la mañana. Dios mío, ayúdame, Dios mío. Señor bendito. Abre la puerta. Cierra la puerta del baño. ¿Quién está ahí? Dios, ¿qué es eso, Dios? Ayúdame, Dios, ayúdame. Dios ¿Quién está ahí? Ay, Dios. La cortina se movió. Esa cortina se movió. Ay, Dios, Dios. Dios mío, ¿qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso, Dios? Dios Todopoderoso, ayúdame.
With no clear evidence of jump cuts, and by how he is breathing, this clip is very interesting and could be the key to solving the mystery of our supposedly haunted friend. As we edged closer to the final, we found even more bone-chilling videos. But are they really what they seem? The answer might surprise you. Take a look.
En el nombre de Jesús te ordeno que te vayas. En el nombre de Jesús ordeno que te vayas. No tienes derecho de estar aquí. Ordeno que te vas. Ordeno que te vas en el nombre de Jesús.
Spooky, right? Well, we can actually see the key being pressed, but while we couldn't find the exact model of this Yamaha keyboard, there are definitely Yamaha keyboards that can play themselves. So no big deal here, as we still can't prove either way, but we're getting closer. Check this out.
Bueno, ya quedó la velita encendida. ¿Puedes escuchar algo allá? Algo se movió para allá. El florero se movió. Estoy seguro que ese florero se movió.
But then we found even more suspicious clips. Check this out. Oh dear, why does he move the camera up perfectly synchronized with the movement of that ball, as if he was causing it to jump somehow, say by pulling something attached to the ball? But what happened next is what made the whole situation look just silly. Watch closely.
Al parecer todo está tranquilo. Aquí se ve todo tranquilo. Se ríe en toda la casa, Dios mío, ¿por qué? ¿Qué es eso, Dios? ¿Qué es eso? Hay algo en mi cocina, Dios. Hay algo en mi cocina, Dios mío. Señor bendito. Líbrame, toma, pero se escuchan unos pasos.
Ah, come on. Mystery solved, I guess. You see, most TikTokers who start uploading some pretty convincing ghost stories start getting used to the attention and end up carelessly uploading more videos that make it all just look blatantly fake. But hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe he's really haunted by the Wicked Witch of the West.
Nothing can be more sinister than living in a home haunted by the dead. Imagine the feeling one would have after witnessing a series of strange events night after night. That is what happened with Sepia L from the Netherlands. She claims that her apartment is haunted, and she's captured countless unexplainable events on camera. From shadows gliding in and out of rooms to strange noises late at night. What you will watch now is raw, unfiltered, uncut poltergeist activity captured on camera by Sabia. From the outlook, it seems like a normal home. But within mere seconds, things start to take a scary turn. What happens next will make you want to sleep with your lights on tonight. First, the light shade on the ceiling starts swinging. Then the kitchen's light switches on itself. That's just the beginning. Sabia is scared but decides to check on who's in the kitchen. She slowly moves forward. We can tell she's freaking out already by her breathing. What she sees in the kitchen will make you jump out your seat. Take a look. Did you think that was enough for Goose Pimples for now? Wait until you watch our latest video. 2 weeks ago, Sabia uploaded another terrifying video. The activity starts with the light shade moving abruptly. Then a few seconds after, she noticed some movement on the curtains. That's when things go bump in the night. The curtains move alone, and suddenly one side is pulled wide open. However, it doesn't stop there, as she quickly checks if someone or something is behind it. She finds nothing. She then hears a voice in the kitchen and turns just in time to catch something being thrown towards her. To prove that no one is there, she goes straight to the kitchen, turns the lights on, and shows an empty room. She even shows us that the back door is locked. Unfortunately, we couldn't understand what she said just before the video ended, but if you happen to speak her language, please let us know in the comments. We would love to know. The following creepy ass footage shows a supposedly haunted building, which according to the uploader had no one inside other than him, and boy, would he later regret making the decision of going there alone. Get ready, because he captured a paranormal cocktail that will leave you gasping. Take a look.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايه بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ما قاعدين بيرموا علي شغلات. قاعدين بيرموا علي شغلات برا يا اخوان. كل شيء قاعد بيرتمى علي. انا بدي اسكرهم والله هاي. انا راح اسكرهم.
After exploring most parts of the building, he comes upon a section giving off the Scooby-Doo vibes as he starts hearing things crashing from afar. But as he starts getting closer, it soon gets way too real for comfort. It seems like someone had flung the pipe towards him, but he immediately dashed into the room with hopes of finding who or what had done it. But there was no one to be found inside the room. There's no way anyone could hide that quickly either. And as he tried to find some shelter in the other room, the perils outside had to go up a notch. But his nightmare was far from ending.
مين هون؟ مين هون؟ مين هون؟ مين هون؟ سامعين يا اخوان؟ ايه؟ شو هذا؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سامعين؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله. زهقتني المكان انت. انا بدي اياك تظهر لي. انا بدي اياك تقعد. انا بدي اياك تظهر لي. انا بدي اقعد تعمل لي زي هيك. انا بدي ظهور. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شكلهم معصبين مني كثير كثير معصبين. بسم الله. مين هون؟
As he thought he might have found a little bit of solace in the bathroom, something began to mess with the door, sticking a pipe into the hole in the door while objects were thrown at him. He knows he's no longer safe in that place, so he goes outside to the spine-tingling experience that awaits.
مين هون؟
It's one hell of a mad poltergeist house now. At this point, we could assume that there's something paranormal going on here. Everything happens so fast and he's pretty quick to show that there is no one around to cause these strange activities. Soon enough, he realizes things are getting out of hand and makes for the exit, but there is enough time for one final act.
راسي كثير موجعني يا اخوان. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا اخوان. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله.
While he was on the stairs, he heard a sound from behind, and before he could finish his spiritual recitations to avoid any attachments, he felt something pushing him down the stairs. What do you think of his horror experience? Leave a comment and let us know. A huge shout out to our friend Erica Peterson, who sent this series of clips to our Instagram. Working the night shift alone is never an easy task, but you can usually rise out of the depths of fear when you tell yourself it's just your imagination. But that's something Tim Saver could not do no matter how hard he tried. When he took the night guard security job at an old excavation site, he knew it was going to be tough, but he never expected the regular strange things that kept happening around him. Alarms kept blaring with nobody there to set them off. Chairs moved on their own, and there were distant scraping noises throughout the whole building which he couldn't explain. There were strange smells and a crushing sense of dread that filled Tim with every step he took. He began to sense that something bad had happened there in the past, and he did everything he could to catch the strange events on camera, but the second he does, it all begins to spiral.
It just got really cold in here. I had to turn off my radio earlier. It's jumping with static. Usually that means it's close. Man, that's cold. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I can definitely feel something in here. Whoa. Shit. Just saw my apple move. Just saw him move. Oh. What do you want? Who are you? Ooh. What does this mean? What do you want? Why are you playing games? Why did you attack me the other day? What do you want?
The items are moving in all sorts of directions for us to even try assuming someone's pulling strings. We can clearly see that his legs are not under the table, so no magnets taped to his knees or inside the apple when it moves. And let's be honest, there's not enough room under there for anyone to be using them anyway. But from here on out, things take a turn to the aggressive side. Take a look.
A power outage in one of the storage rooms was causing the fire alarm to go off. I have to turn them off manually, and part of my job is to also do a walkthrough of the room. What you're about to see is the first time the entity in this facility has manifested physical aggression.
No! Ah! Fuck.
He could be faking it, but the juddering camera and his sliding feet tell us that we need to dig deeper into his scary clips. After visiting the area where most of the activity happens, he decided to check what was on the other side of the wall, only to find an abandoned unit which he believes to be the paranormal hotspot. So he decided to set up a camera to catch whatever was going on in there, and in less than an hour, he captured something which only made him more curious.
My brain is telling me to run and never look back. My heart says if I'm already going through hell, I may as well go all the way through.
He gears up and heads inside, but he is soon sent frantically clambering back to the ground floor. Bet you missed it, didn't you? Look closely at the Egyptian head statue balanced on the middle beam. There's a hand on it that vanishes almost as quickly as it appeared. One of two things happened here. First, this effect could have been created using software masking, which means that there's the area where the hand can move freely, and on the left side of the screen, we have the masked area hiding the person's body. The alternative? Well, it could be paranormal. Unless that hand is straight out of the Addams family, or the one hiding is one hell of a gymnast, there's no way that a human hand could move there without other parts of the body being shown on camera. But it doesn't stop there. He still isn't convinced to quit his job, even with his whole comment section telling him he's working a Five Nights at Freddy's and Backrooms mashup. Once again, a huge thank you to Erica Peterson for sending us a message on Instagram suggesting this TikTok account. Abandoned, run-down houses have never been good news, especially not for TikTok user Abel3E and his close friend. His friend lives near a small abandoned shack at the end of a dark, overgrown alleyway, surrounded by a wire fence. But is the fence there to keep things out, or keep things in? The owner of the property will not allow anyone to enter the area in order to capture footage of the creepy ass grounds. But it turns out when you have access to a security camera, you don't need to find horrors, they come and find you. They capture what looks like a white shadowy figure of a little girl drifting past a camera. It seems as though she came out of the abandoned house. Some commenters have theorized that it could just be a firefly, but when we zoom in and watch the figure's movements, it is clearly walking like a human being. It could just be a small child playing in the grass. But why would a kid be playing out on their own in the dark? And why does it look so ghostly and pale? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Maddie Bark's family were all fast asleep when suddenly they heard someone hammering the door. Fearing the worst, she quickly grabbed her phone camera to capture evidence and put her brave hat on to find out who was knocking at stupid o'clock. But boy, was she made to regret that decision. Here's what she found.
Maggie? Maggie?
Oh my god.
Maggie?
What the fuck? Oh my god. Did he just move?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Is he out there?
Do you see anything?
No, I don't see anything.
Her clock closed. It looked like it turned and walked away. The only place it could have gone is through this.
What a creep. Why would someone try to look through the glass at that time of night? And did you see the creepy way their silhouette slowly moved out of view? The stuff of nightmares, for sure. But let's analyze this clip further, because there's something about that "oh my god" that doesn't sound entirely genuine.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you feel that too? Ignoring how fake their reaction seems, why would they open the door so carelessly if that was really a potential intruder? Plus, when she opens the door, there seems to be a subtle jump cut. But the footage is also very jumpy, so it's hard to tell for sure. However, when she shows us the steps, a staircase railing is blocking the way. So how did the creeper go through the staircase railing and vanish before she got there? They didn't seem to climb it or turn around to go downstairs. We all saw how slow that thing was moving. So, could there be something far more sinister at play here? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.
The Ouija board has never been something to mess around with, but somehow you will always end up pissing the spirits off one way or another. Over on the YouTube channel An Everyday Canadian, they didn't believe in the supernatural, so nothing bad could happen during a Ouija board session, right? Wrong.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to probably do this in my basement. There's been strange noises and all that. I don't honestly know what it is, guys. I don't know. We never go into the basement. It's more like a storage. So we're going to set this up with some candles and go all the way with this. Okay, let's sit down. We're going to play this game.
Why did it beep off like that?
I don't know. The camera's been acting weird. I don't know. Ever since we came down here, it started beeping funny, so... let's just play this.
Also say that. I'd be like, ever since we started setting the board up.
Well, yeah, guys. Ever since we started in the basement, the camera's acting funny. It's weird. I don't know what it is. The battery's full. There's a new recording chip in it. It's all good. So let's just play this. I'm actually really hot right now. So first thing we got to do is put our fingers on
circle the board twice.
So there's 2 players. 1, 2. So, you want to ask the first question?
Are you a girl?
Whoa. My hands are like not even touching it. I'm so loose fingers right now.
So am I.
I take it it's a yes? The sniffles.
Yeah, that would be the yes.
Okay.
Bring back to the middle of the board.
Okay. How did you die? Whoa, that's trippy. Whoa. Drown.
Drown?
Drown.
My chest feels heavy.
Chest feels heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah, my back is starting to feel like cramped up. Like I almost got like a pinched in the back.
Yeah, want me to check it? I want to go for a minute. Keep it.
Because it's really starting to hurt. Like I got a lot of pressure in my back. Like.
I got the light.
Okay. It's hot. Like I'm really sweating.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Holy shit, Scott. Oh my god, that's huge. There's a huge scratch down your back.
Is there? Cause
oh my god.
I could have done.
Like guys, I'm serious. Like I'm gonna show you my hand beside his.
I could have hit it, and I didn't even know about it.
No, like look, this is my hand. Okay, the scratch starts here. It goes all the way down to here.
It's just burning right now. I'm sweating. Like it's like 100 degrees down here.
Oh my god, that's like poofed out too. Oh my god.
Let's just hurry this up.
I don't want to play anymore.
After learning some background on the supposed spirit, one of the participants began to feel a discomfort in his chest and back, and that's when they found a massive red raw scratch on him. But if that wasn't enough, things soon began to take an even more sinister turn.
Well, we have to say goodbye. We have to finish this up. So just put your hands back on and...
I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, you gotta say something.
Okay.
Just ask another question.
Fuck me, I'm scared.
Well,
I just...
we have to finish this game, okay? Just think of something to say real quick.
I don't know what to ask. I'm scared, like, after seeing your back like that. I don't want to play anymore.
Why?
Your nose is bleeding.
It's not bleeding.
It's bleeding. Let me get the light. Hold on.
Okay, maybe we should stop.
Look at me. Hold this near your face. Oh, I can't see.
Did you see? Yeah, it's bleeding. We should stop.
Right there, look at me. Yeah, your nose is
it bleeding?
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
Well, let's just say goodbye and then we're done because it's dripping all down me.
Okay, hold on, let me face the camera back at the board.
Okay, hurry up. Let's go.
I'm trying.
Because I'm about to get sick.
Okay, hold on. Ah! Yes, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. No, this is fucking bullshit.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Don't do the bad idea.
The duo sat back down to complete the session, but by this point they already made their biggest mistake, taking their hands off the planchette. His nose begins to drip with blood as soon as they try to say goodbye, and that's when the planchette goes flying on its own, and as if the spirit is not happy to end the session just yet. But this isn't the only time they caught strange activity in their house. Check out the scary video they caught in the same basement way back in 2016.
I was upstairs and I'm hearing banging. Now, I just did the laundry not too long ago. I know it's not the laundry machine because I know what it sounds like. And there is literally sounds coming in my basement right now, and it's freaking me out. Kids are upstairs asleep, and I'm gonna go down and check right now. This is freaky right now because I rarely go in my basement. It's an unfinished basement. Holy shit. Oh, what the fuck is that sound? Like, holy shit. Like, I don't even want to go down there. Holy shit. It's fucking dark. Hold on, guys. Let me just get my light on here quick. Holy shit. This is freaking me out. Holy shit. Oh, God. I hate basements. My laundry machine just stopped. It's just me in the basement. Holy crap. What the fuck was that? What the fuck?
As soon as he steps foot in that basement, he regrets ever going down there. Either they have some powerful motors in their playthings, or there is something violent lurking just below. What do you think, though?
Some seem to believe that nighttime is when the truly unexplainable things come out to play, and you never know, you might even see them yourself one day. So, check out this creepy video somebody caught while on their night drive. You could say it's just a person running past the car, but why is the figure pale white and nearly translucent in colour? And why on earth would somebody run in front of oncoming traffic like that? Funnily enough, this isn't the only time somebody caught this kind of sinister silhouette running through the middle of the road. Take a look at this. Yeah, the blurriness eliminates a little credibility, but look really close at the figure. Does it look like a human to you, or more like a cryptid with a death wish? Whatever it is, you probably wouldn't be able to outrun it.
Here's one of the creepiest paranormal videos we've seen in a long time, shared by TikTok user AMC Propidads, famous for their trusty real estate videos in Mexico. Their content is all about advertising properties for sale, but you don't get featured on our channel for killer deals, do you? That's right. One day, while showing off this fresh listing, they came up against something that could potentially ruin their reputation as one of the top realtors around. Take a look. What starts as a pretty routine video tour of the house took a spooky turn when some of their eagle-eyed viewers spotted something that would make the house price fall faster than a skydiver without a parachute. A childlike figure runs behind the chairs and vanishes as the camera pans to other parts of the house. But that house was empty for sale, and according to him, there was no way a child could pass through the gates. This mysterious figure, could it have been just a child running around, or a ghost straight out of American Horror Story? Let us know your thoughts. Working with the dead is always going to attract all the things you have nightmares about. And that's exactly what happened to this guy while he was closing up after his shift. He felt a bit uneasy being stuck completely alone in the dark funeral home with no company but the coffins lining the walls. So he put out his camera to record along the way, just in case anything happened. And he was right to, because this is what he managed to catch on camera.
Estos son los ataúdes que tengo, güey. No más. Y las urnas, no sé si la pinche una mí. Dejo. Vete la verga, qué pedo. A ver, aguanta, güey. ¿Qué pedo con esta madre? Ah, vete a la verga, güey. Pues deja fijarme, qué pedo. No sé si se metió un pendejo, güey. ¿Esta madre está bien? Es pura mamada, güey. Como te iba diciendo, güey, pinches ataúdes bien vergueados nos dan, güey.
While we don't really see anything in the clip, the audio is all we need. There is nowhere to hide in that tiny back room.
Vergueados nos dan, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Güey, creo que se ve algo. Ah, vete a la verga, güey. Pues deja fijarme, qué pedo. No sé si se metió un pendejo, güey.
So who or what the hell made that banging noise? Yeah, the audio could have been tampered with post-recording, but it sounds so real.
¿Qué pedo?
When someone shows up at your house unannounced, it tends to throw you off course. But when it's one of your friends or a family member, you can normally let it slide. But what do you do, however, when it's someone or something that you don't know? That's what happened to this woman when she began getting strange notifications on her Ring doorbell when she wasn't at home. Check out the video that she caught first. As weird as this is, it could just be a woman wandering around in the road, but we can't help but notice her dress. It looks quite old-timey Victorian style, which again could just be what this woman decided to wear while aimlessly walking around in the middle of the night.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That doesn't make it any less terrifying. The strange antics don't stop there though, because it seems as though this supposed spirit wanted to be heard as well as seen. Whatever this thing is, it does not sound friendly. After nobody let the lovely Anna into the house, she went and tried her luck in the shed. Pretty creepy, but did you notice the clear shadow just off screen to the right? Could this be the silhouette of creepy Anna? Why would she be so coincidentally out of the shot though? Bit sus, innit? Could it truly be a roaming spirit? Or is someone trying to give us the runaround?
This investigation comes from the YouTube channel Franco TV, who set out to explore an ancient cemetery, one that's not only famous for appearing in the movie Gladiator, but also notorious for its darker, lesser known history. Over the years, stories of ghost sightings and unexplainable phenomena have driven thrill seekers to the site, but for Franco, this wasn't just a casual visit. He's been here before, and this time, something was already watching. Watch what he captured before even stepping past the gates.
I'll make sure nobody's just walking up through here. I just see something peeking out, or... Look. Hola? Is there somebody watching?
Did you catch that? It was subtle, like something was peeking at him from the other side. Not quite a face, but definitely not a plant. An animal, a trick of the light, or something that had been waiting for Franco to show up. He walked over to check it out. No one there. Not a single soul. And before you chalk it up to being a weird looking plant, check out what his thermal cam picked up from that same spot once he got inside the cemetery.
I'm seeing what I can see. I'm gonna turn off my light. And hopefully if there is somebody here, which I think there is, they don't think I could see them, but I could see everything. There we go, and record. Alright, so I'm now recording on thermal imaging camera, and I'm already getting something extremely bright white way up there. See it? So something is cold, reflecting off the back mausoleum wall back there. And I just heard something. Oh, well, I already recorded on GoPro, so I heard a bang, like something closing. I got something staring at me from a room. Oh my god. Holy shit. I got something staring at me from a room. What? Something was just staring at me from this room. Point the light away.
This time, the thermal cam showed a clear heat signature, someone or something peeking out from one of the mausoleums. And here's the kicker, Franco didn't see it with his own eyes. It wasn't on his regular camera either, but when he went to check, no one there. So whatever was playing peekaboo behind that door didn't want to be seen the normal way. He seems to be getting on to something though, because the next place he investigated sent chills down our spine.
Hello? I'm coming in to visit. Can I come inside? I don't know why there's a gate here, but it makes it that much more eerier. Oh, that was a dog. That stupid dog keeps scaring me because it sounds like somebody talking. Hola. God, believe it is so dark in here. The last time I came here, I didn't think anybody wanted me in here. You guys cool if I come in now? Hello? Again, it is pitch black for me, but you guys get to see. Music just started playing as soon as I walked inside. Hola? That might be paranormal. Hola. You guys mind if I come inside? There's a legit music box going off in the back. Doo-doo-doo. Holy shit. I want to find it. What if what I heard
Inside another mausoleum, he hears what sounds like someone winding up a music box.
That might be paranormal.
Full Annabelle vibes. He checks it out, nothing there. Thinking it might have come from somewhere else, he pushes deeper into the cemetery, and what he finds next makes him wish he'd never stepped inside. Take a look.
This is this other creepy mausoleum here. I think this area is even more darker than the other one. What the hell was that? Hola? Those CDs are the creepiest CDs. They're always moving. Look at the one to the right. It's like swinging. I want to see if I can hear what I heard again. What the f***? Hold on. That CD literally just moved. I just seen it on the night vision.
This time, the CDs hanging from the roof start swinging. Probably just wind or bats. Right? Wrong. Because when Franco slowed down the footage and switched to night vision, he caught something that'll wipe that theory clean off the table.
What the fuck?
There's no way the wind made that CD float mid-air for a few seconds. It looked like something held it there, like it had questions. Wind? Nope. Physics? Not tonight. Franco got the message and made a tactical exit, promising to come back with more footage to keep us all up at night. Major props to him though. If you're into raw, spine-chilling ghost hunts, go check out Franco TV and let him know the Goose Pimples fam sent you. A group of ghost hunters are exploring an abandoned morgue at stupid o'clock when something very creepy is caught on camera. The footage was uploaded on YouTube by Toppy, a team with a knack for showing up at scary places in Russia to gather paranormal evidence. This time, Sergey, Nastya and Igor decided to investigate an abandoned morgue that was temporarily built during the 2020 lockdowns. However, as it turns out, that place might not be as abandoned as they first thought. While Sergey and Igor investigated the organs room, Nastya decided to stay where the pathologist used to work. She sat alone in pitch black darkness to heighten her senses, when suddenly the crucifix fell off the table, seemingly on its own. But that wasn't enough to remove this brave lady from the room. Somehow, the coffin also started opening by itself, right behind her. Throughout the entire investigation, we could see orbs flying all over the place, and the team kept feeling a heavy atmosphere. However, the items left behind inside that abandoned morgue, along with the state of the whole place, painted a vivid picture of the despair and sadness felt by those who lost their loved ones during the pandemic. This certainly added a significant amount of credibility to the footage they captured, but was it enough to prove that the place is really haunted? Let us know your thoughts. Living in a dorm room is never a particularly glamorous affair, but for this poor guy attending Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, it was downright terrifying. He had been hearing strange noises for quite a while, but he chalked it up to other uni students banging around above and below him. But the more the noises happened, the more he realised they were coming from his room. So one night, he decided to record what happened. Check out the footage he caught. There are a few petrifying things happening in the video. The weird banging noises, the strange aura, the door slamming by itself. But the weirdest thing here is that mattress right at the beginning, the one propped up against the wall, that wasn't simply knocked over, that levitated for a few seconds before softly falling to the ground like a feather. That kind of movement seems impossible to replicate in any way aside from it being lifted by someone, but there was nobody there. According to the video's description, this was the last straw and the guy moved out soon after. Can't say I blame him. Out of nowhere, a figure, an older man, barely lit, walks across the corridor and vanishes into the darkness. Seconds later, glass shatters and bottles go flying like something snapped from the inside. But here's the kicker, the man barely reacts. He saw another one, same glowing stare. This time, from across the street, he turned around.